Thank you for listening to the Thankful Project podcast with your host, E. Thanks, a show sharing real stories of inspiration to get you from the Monday, oh no, to the thank God it's Friday. I want to take this time to allow my guests to introduce themselves and share one thing they are thankful for.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Hi, my name is Tyler Hall. I am a spiritual life coach, a recovering self-help junkie, and I'm the founder of Life Coach Tyler.
Thank you so much, and we are glad to have you on the show today. And what are you thankful for?
Oh yeah, I am. Well, I'm thankful to be here, but honestly, in general, I'm very thankful for life. It sounds a little bit cliche, but I love every single moment that I get to be here and be present and be connected with myself and my dreams. And yeah, so I'm very thankful to be living life right now.
I totally agree. And it's not a cliche because I always say, when life is over or your life ends, you don't get to go and say, hey, that was not the best buy. That was not the best run. Can I go and redo it again? It's not how life works. So you're very fortunate if you are here, and you just need to live and enjoy your life as much as possible and make the best impact that you can. So thank you for being here today and being willing to share your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for having me.
We are going to go ahead and move into the love segment section of the show. And the first question is, was it a love it or love through moment that you are sharing with us today?
So mine is definitely a love through moment. Today I'm going to be sharing a very personal story, but I also think it's a story that, despite how personal it is, can have, there's a common theme here. So the story that I'm sharing today is going through my parents' crystal meth addiction and the aftermath from all of that. So it's been a big journey, but I'm here and I'm excited to kind of talk about this and the things that I've learned because of all of that.
It definitely is a love through moment, and one of those moments where I heard you say your family was around, your grandmother and your sister. So it's one of those moments where love kind of gets you through because you're sharing it to get through those moments. So thank you for sharing that, Tyler.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point too. That we were all going through it together, and so we had the love of each other to kind of pull ourselves through and push ourselves through all of it, because it's definitely not something that you ever want to go through alone. And so I learned a very valuable lesson of, we can only push people so far, but we can't force the change.
Yes. Change is a choice. It's a personal decision. You can't force it on anyone. You're exactly correct with that.
Yeah. Like my parents. And I was nowhere near, on that trajectory, but it was kind of like that wake up moment of life is precious. You have to honor the gifts that you are given, and, kind of learning how to surrender to the moment and to the what is, and kind of letting go of the control. So there was
So I would also like to know, who or what would you like to thank in this moment?
I would seriously, I would like to thank my parents. And I think this is one of those situations where, again, you have the choice where you could either be completely vengeful, angry, upset at them, or you could thank them and say, you know what? You've set a great example of how I don't want to live life.
Right.
So thank you for that. And honestly, they are truly the biggest inspiration for why I do it's really hard to distill distill the lessons down to one, um, if I had to choose though, I would say forgiveness. Um, I was taught a major lesson of forgiveness throughout all of this, and something that I learned about forgiveness is it's not forgetness. Like, forgiveness is not forgetness.
Right.
Is every individual story is completely unique. Like what I went through is completely personal, it's completely unique, but I still believe there is the universal themes that come out of individual stories. And for me, like when I think about my story, I think about the fact that everybody has a dark moment in their life. There's always going to be a period of darkness that we go through. And really, what I want people to recognize and understand is that they have the choice on how they respond. It's not easy having these conversations. This is still a very fresh wound for me. This is something that isn't even completely healed, like the story's still continuing.
Yes, the story continues. You can hear the entire show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or use the QR code to go to the website. Also, like, share, comment on this video. Let's spread these moments of inspiration around the world.